Okay, guys, so just like before, let's just go straight back into it. If you haven't even watched the first and second chapters of this 6-part video series, please go back to the very start. Otherwise, none of the context of what I'm talking about right now is going to make any sense in the big picture of what I've been talking about so far. So if you haven't, please stop this video, go back to number 1, and come back to this one in situ. All right, so let's just get back into it, guys. Crypto betting sites driving Valorant players to throw matches. Okay, so, and cheat. And boost, etc. Crypto betting sites are causing some Valorant players to throw ranked matches in order to manipulate the outcome and win bets. These sites allow players to bet on the outcome of competitive matches using cryptocurrency. Some players, enticed by the potential financial rewards, have resorted to throwing matches in order to ensure their bets pay off. I'll be playing you a short video showing you the kind of payoff that these people are getting and how highly illegal it is. This behavior not only undermines the integrity of the game, but it also ruins the experience for other players who are competing fairly, like myself. It can also lead to long-term consequences for the player involved, such as being banned from the game or losing their rank. Valorant developer Riot Games has taken steps to crack down on the behavior, including implementing stricter punishments for players who are caught throwing matches. However, the rise of crypto betting has made it more difficult to monitor and prevent this type of cheating. It hasn't. It's the incompetence of the people working at Riot, being an indie developer still, can't afford to employ the professionals they need to deal with this problem. That's all it is. It's above their heads. Yeah, had a head underwater. In recent weeks, professional Valorant players have raised concerns about growing problems of crypto betting in the game. Some players have resorted to throwing ranked matches in order to manipulate the outcome and win bets placed using cryptocurrency. This thing, it's not just high-end ELO. It's all ELO now, yeah? People on the enemy team are the ones betting. You're playing against, betting they're going to win because they're using cheats, or bet you're going to win. Either way, they're going to win. Yeah? It's a rigged system now where the actual players are the bettors. So in every way possible, this is going to blow up in the worst way possible in the end, and there are going to be criminal charges laid. I mean, against a lot of players and a lot of these people doing this illegal cryptocurrency betting crap. So, yeah, it's important for players to be aware of the risks of betting on competitive matches and to report suspicious behavior to Riot Games. The integrity of the game should be maintained for the enjoyment of all players, and does not compromise for the sake of making a quick buck. Unfortunately, guys, we are in a world full of narcissists, psychopaths, and sociopaths that we've already discovered earlier on in Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, that nobody has a moral ethic compass to give a shit. They don't give a shit about making the money. Yeah? This is why I say Valorant's done by the end of 2023. There are too many irreparable problems with the project and the product. It's done. And that's it. As in my opinion, my speculation, I believe truly in my, deep in my gut, that's happening. Anyway, I'm going to play a very quick little video done by yet another YouTuber. Yeah, it's a little bit of a giggle, but at the same time does cover very serious points. So let's just go watch that now.
So as a lot of you guys probably know, crypto throwing has been a big issue in Valorant. People have been throwing games for a while and making some decent money off of it. This is just for one Valorant game. You bet 70 bucks, you can make about 500, and that's a lot. You throw a couple of those in a day, you're making thousands. Apparently I've been doing it wrong because I've been throwing for free. So let's get right into it. I'm going to break down the whole story. The story goes like this. In a world far, far away, A content creator named T-Dog discovers this ring and wants to fix Valorant ranked. Tweet absolutely does numbers, blows up. T-Dog makes a nice 35-minute long video exposing a bunch of the people in Valorant who are involved in like crypto throwing, account trading, and selling them, stuff like that. Now, let me do a rundown of how you crypto throw. The barrier of entry to get into crypto throwing is actually kind of difficult. You need an account in high elo, which is why a lot of this win trading stuff comes into play. It doesn't even have to be win trading. If you see Immortal 3 accounts queued with Iron 1 accounts, that is just blatant boosting. You could literally place bets mid-game on what's going to happen, so you make sure you get a 5-0 round lead by stream sniping the streamer, and then you just start throwing, so your odds are higher. It's metagaming. Riot Games, the company, isn't new to crypto throwing. This has been going on in League of Legends for a while, or so I've heard. I have never played League of Legends in my life. But the reason this is much more of an issue in Valorant and a lot more prevalent is the fact of how easy it is to get an account in Radiant by 5-stacking with your boys with like Iron accounts. Immortal accounts should not be allowed to 5-stack with Iron accounts. Obviously, life is about business, supply and demand. If people are going to be buying accounts, people are going to be boosting and selling them. Now, this really boils down to an issue with Valorant in general and what the community has become over the last couple of years. The game isn't even focused on, having fun playing the game, enjoying it. It's become this weird celebrity worship cringe e-dating cesspool of just garbage. The fact people are willing to spend $700 upwards on a Radiant account to try to snipe their favorite streamer to get their 5 minutes of attention is just ridiculous to me, but I digress. And a lot of these weirdo e-daters generally care about rank too, so if you have a Radiant gun buddy, you might get some more attention from girls online, and that's just really sad. Some of you might disagree, some of you might hate me for it. What do I care? I think the issue stems more from the game than the crypto throwers. The crypto throwers are getting their bag, and why can I hate on them? You know what I'm saying? You get to make upwards of 10-30 grand a month while seeing Shazam cry? Sign me up!
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
I personally don't care about the crypto throwing as much as I care about the accounts being able to get into Radiant that easily. That's actually bad for the ecosystem of the game. Crypto throwing would literally fall off and never would have even been an issue if account boosting wasn't that easy. So that is an easy solution I think Riot Games could go with to minimize crypto throwing. Of course, there's going to be a lot of good players that still typically will do it and get away with it, but it won't be at that large of a scale as it is now. It almost feels like every single game in high elo is thrown or match fixed. Or Riot Games could be Sigma and cease and desist the gambling sites to stop streaming Valorant on their platforms, which would be pretty based. Personally, my take on crypto throwing itself is a little bit weird. I don't care if it's happening because I generally don't care that much about Valorant. To me, it's just a video game. If I lose to a thrower, I'll go next. My life doesn't revolve around it. But there are some people that are genuinely trying to make a career out of Valorant, and I have to understand that and respect that. If their games are ruined and if their livelihood is being ruined because of this, then sure, I can actually, be empathetic for once in my life. Anyway, I think crypto throwing has to go. It was fun while it lasted. People made their bags, and honestly, who really cares at the end of the day? It's up to Riot Games to fix it. Don't blame the crypto throwers, blame the platforms that let it happen.
Okay, guys, so we're talking about people making almost 500 USD or more, out of a single match, $80 down, $500 return. And if it's a rigged game, well, you're guaranteed to make that money, so I can see the appeal. I can. But if you're a player doing this to good players who care about the game and are genuinely invested in getting good, you are the scum of the earth. You should be jailed for 20 years for what you're doing. It's sedition, it's larceny, it's downright psychotic, narcissistic, hateful and evil behavior, and you should be psych-assessed and charged, jailed, and then psych-assessed because you have no humanity about you. Money isn't that important. People actually are. That's what us real human beings care about, is other people, not money. Anyway, guys, look, I wanted to cover this because this is what's also caused so many toxic, hateful people, even in unranked at the moment as well. It's the same problem. It's these bettors who aren't playing obviously in comp, but they're still betting, and they're getting into these unrated matches just to waste time between these competitive matches that are coming up in the day that have been flagged for, betting. And they're ruining people's day, haggling the crap out of them, harassing the shit out of them. Streamers like myself get hammered by them. I don't care. You know me, I got a thicker skin than bloody an elephant. But, at the end of the day, if it was somebody else they were picking on, they could cause these people to do self-harm or worse. Yeah? I'm just lucky that, I got hold of them and got it out of their system before they attacked somebody else and made them a target. Complete psychopaths. Actual diagnosable psychopaths. There's no question about it. In the previous video, I showed you guys, the player count at the moment. And the player count is dropping like a lead balloon and will continue to drop throughout the rest of this year. Lotus was a joke and a massive waste of time. League of Legends didn't get a release trailer this year or anything, any updates. It's being heavily neglected. The crypto gambling still going on there. It's just now overflowing to Valorant as well. Valorant got Lotus and no new agent and maps taken out because Riot want to save $1 on server maintenance and upkeep. Really? No one asked for it. Especially Bind. Bind's a freaking-tastically complicated, bloody good map. And it got taken out because Pearl? Fucking Pearl? And Fracture? No, get rid of Pearl and Fracture, start again, remake them properly without having an architect involved, the head lead map maker guy in the map department, Pearl himself. Get rid of him, employ a deathmatch map game maker, and get them to make a map that is actually good. Fracture's crap. Pearl is worse. Get rid of Pearl and Fracture, bring back Bind and Breeze, keep Split in like it used to be, go back to the drawing board, fix your maps, and bring in at least 3 new characters this year. You might save your game. At this stage, doesn't look like it. Player numbers are plummeting. Alt accounts are through the roof. So if you look at the amount of actual accounts created compared to the amount of people playing, the amount of accounts created are 3 to 4 times that of active players. So you can't tell me there's no cheating, there's no smurfing, and people are getting banned and all this crap when you're not dealing with the alt accounts to start with. I believe anybody who has an alt account, maybe 1 alt account, not 20, not 5, not 7, 1. And that alt account so you can play with your friends in low elo. Fine. Right? But then smurfing itself, compared to the people that do the right thing and if they are to smurf, they smurf fairly. And then you've got the 99% of other toxic psychopaths who use cheats, bought, $500,000, $2,000, $5,000 bloody Valorant accounts that are stolen, by the way, to start with from a hacker website, and a shit ton of hacks chucked on top, right? There's too many narcissistic psychopaths and sociopaths in the game to repair it. There is too much incentivization through the crypto betting to stop it. Vanguard does not work. It doesn't. We'll get to that in the next video. Valorant's a dying game, that's it. The MMO is what's coming out. Once that comes out, all of the stuff that they've learnt from this social experiment as such, narcissistic, psychotic social experiment, will be applied in the MMO, and this kind of thing should not exist almost at all in that community, in that game community at least, when it comes out. Unfortunately, we're the poor losers in the FPS that's going to die in the meantime and be left without anything until the finals comes out. Sad, but true. So guys, I just wanted to kind of address this part because this part's the seedy underbelly side of Valorant and whatever's going on. behind the scenes in the gaming industry. Warzone 2.0, wow, right? It's all the same. Any company that is in each other's pocket, which is Activision, Blizzard, and Riot at the moment, or buddy, we're going to have the same problems across platforms. Yeah. Ubisoft have gone quiet. EA, right? They're bringing out the new Star Wars game, thank God. But aside from that, EA have flatlined this year. So something's going on in the gaming industry, and I don't think it's good. Anyway, that's all I need to talk about in this episode. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to the third chapter. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're getting a really good understanding of really what's going on now and how irrevocably damaged and broken Valorant is and irreparable it is. There's no going back from this. This is past the point of no return. Anyway, guys, I'm Death Valley. I'll catch you in the wasteland. Cheers.